What's in my bag for days that we're working in office? So I typically work from home as a freelance video editor, but every now and then I go into offices and I work in person with creatives. And so I wanted to walk you through what I'm bringing with me. Let's dive in. First up, my laptop, duh. This is the Big Kahuna, the Essential. I've been to this agency before, so I know their layout. I know that they have an external monitor that I can plug into, which is awesome. And we'll also be working when the office is virtually empty, so we don't have to worry about the open layout. You know those open concept creative offices, they're like enemy number one for everybody that works at an office like that. A little ASMR. But I love my laptop. It's the Apple I always get this wrong, so I wrote it down. Okay, this is it's the 16-inch MacBook Pro M2 Max. I got it with 64 gigs of RAM, a terabyte of internal storage. I probably should have gotten it with 2 terabytes, but you live and learn. What can I say? When I bought this 18 months ago, it was the best best laptop that they had available. I think it was about $3,000 or $4,000. I might be off about that. It's been a minute, so I don't remember exact figures, but it was quite a chunk of change, I will say that. With the exception of one really intense VFX project that probably should have gone to a VFX house, it's worked flawlessly. I have had 0 hiccups. No complaints. Like I said, probably the only thing that I would change is I should have upgraded to 2 terabytes of internal storage. Now, I chose this laptop over a Mac Studio for this reason, for this exact situation, because I can bring this with me into an office, and this is the laptop that I use every single day. It has all of the correct updated plugins, apps, software, and so I can just plug it in and I know I'm ready to go, and I know there aren't going to be any of those tech hiccups that would probably come with me working on a Mac Studio at home and then having to transition to working off of a different computer in office. Yeah, so this is a laptop that I'm always using. I'm super happy with this. I don't really see a need to upgrade anytime soon. And then I have this really cute laptop case. It's from Calpak, C-A-L-P-A-K. I'll have it linked below if it's still available. I mean, honestly, there's nothing really special about it. I just like the zipper, I like the pattern, and it has pockets on both sides. This one is just an envelope kind of pocket, and then this one has a zipper. So loving that. Just knocked over my drink. Okay, next up are my hard drives. I keep a bunch of stuff in this little tech pouch. I'll go into the rest of it later, but I have hard drives and their cables. So I'm always the one that's lugging around the hard drives for any given project that I'm working on. And for this one in particular, I have to have 2 drives. One of them has all of the raw footage, and then this one is called a shuttle drive, because all the projects, the assets, everything that goes into a project starts to get pretty cumbersome. So I definitely always need to have an extra shuttle drive on hand, and I'm lugging these around. So this hard drive in particular is what I prefer at the moment. It's the Samsung. This is the T7 Shield SSD. I like these a lot better than those lacy hard drives, you know, the orange ones that a lot of people use, because an SSD doesn't have those internal physical components that are spinning, and that makes it at a lower risk for corruption. And also an SSD like this works a lot faster. You're not going to have as much of a lag as you will with those traditional hard drives. Alrighty. Next, in this little pouch, I have my mouse, and in here I keep my keyboard. So like I was saying, for this project, oh gosh, that's the second time I've knocked over my drink. Isn't that nice? Okay, like I was saying, for this project, I know that the office has external monitors. So when I'm working off of an external monitor, I know I'm always faster on a keyboard and a mouse. So I just bring these with me. It probably cuts down on a quarter of the time. These are kind of the standard issue Apple tech gear, but as of late, I've been getting really into these ASMR videos on TikTok and on Instagram they call them milky keyboards. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, am I the only one? They're like the keyboards just sound so different from this, and I am ready to dabble. So if you guys have any suggestions on a really good milky keyboard, one that's good to travel with, and if you're an editor in particular and you have one that you've been using, hit me up, let me know. I think one thing that I need is a keyboard with the number pad on the side. I find that I am missing that with this keyboard in particular. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. Okay, what else goes into my tech pouch? I don't have it on me. I forgot to bring it over here. I'll typically have my laptop charger, a lightning cable, and my AirPods. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but AirPods are kind of not it, in my opinion. Like, I like them, but I go through these like candy, it feels like. They just stop working really quickly for me. Again, another thing that I'm looking for an alternative with. I've been considering those over-the-ear headphones for editing and stuff, but it's my understanding that you can't plug them in, which is way better for when you're editing. And also I feel like I kind of have a weird head to where the over-the-ear headphones always end up hurting. So I'm in a tough spot. Again, if you have any gear wrecks, let me know. Oh, and then I forgot to mention that this bag itself, it's from Claire V, C-L-A-R-E-V. I bought it when I was on a trip in New York, and I ended up buying a lot of stuff and had a ton of bags. And so this was a bag for my bags, and it fits so much. It's actually like the biggest bag I've ever had, but it's pretty great. When it gets dirty, I literally just toss it in the wash and bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Okay, next up is my like everyday pouch, which this goes like from purse to purse. When I have a big enough purse, if I have like a shopper bag and stuff like that, you know, if it fits into my purse, I'm bringing this with me. And it's from Review Beauty, which is one of the clients that I work with. They're so near and dear to my heart. Like, if you don't follow Allie Glines, what are you doing? I would hope that the like Venn diagram of people that watch my videos and people that watch Allie's videos overlaps quite a bit more than you would expect for a channel about video editing and for a channel about makeup. But like, I'm here for all the girly pop things, and Revi is really great, which is Allie's brand. I didn't really make that connection, but Allie Glines launched Review Beauty. I work on all of their shoots. I do all of their videos. Whenever she has a product launch video, I end up editing those. And it's so fun. Ugh, they're just the best. They're just the best. Anyway, this is her pouch, little denim bag. It's just like chocked full of all sorts of goodies. I mean, I have pretty standard stuff like hand sanitizer, a lint roller, a bunch of lip products. Like, again, this is where the overlap of the makeup and the editing comes in. This is a recent find. This is what I'm wearing today for nobody that asked. This is the Violette FR. It's a new brand to me. This is their Bisou Jelly, which I'm really liking. Anyway, I have so much crap in here, but it's all super useful crap, you know, like Tide pens and like lotion and stuff. So you never know when you need an old protein bar. And my everything pouch always comes with me. I love her to death. My water bottle. I won't lie to you and say that this is a water bottle at the current moment. It's just my little tumbler. It does have Diet Dr. Pepper in it right now. Typically, I'll bring some sort of vessel, fill it with water. Sometimes I'll bring a Diet Coke with me, a little can. I'll stick it in the big bag. Bringing something to have water on hand all day is an essential. And the agency that I've been working at, they're so awesome. They typically will have their fridge stocked full of Diet Coke. And I think I'm at the point where I've been there long enough to where, one, I've had quite a few of their Diet Cokes, and two, it's my turn to replenish. So I think that's next on my list. Next time I'm there, I'm gonna be bringing a little 12-pack, you know what I'm saying? We are cruising. Okay, and last but not least, I have a notebook and pen. This is just a standard pen, one that doesn't require a lot of pressure, because I hate it when a pen, like you have to push down and then it leaves an indent on the next page. Hate that. But this little notepad's super helpful. I mean, honestly, you never know when you need to be able to like just jot down notes. Sometimes I'll go in and clients will give me printouts of the storyboards, and then we'll make notes on the storyboard itself. So it's always important to have a pen on you. And then I really like this notepad in particular because I can just cross things off easily. Like, oh, nothing scratches an itch quite like crossing an item off a to-do list. So I find that helpful, you know, even with all the tech and stuff, sometimes I just need to get it out of my brain onto a piece of paper, physically write it out, and, you know, go down the checklist that way. And I think, are we empty? Oh, and then my wallet, you know, whatever. But that's it. These are just some of the things. You just saw everything that I'm bringing with me into the office for days when I'm working with creatives in person. It's always so fun to work in person with creatives. And oh, I have everything linked on my Amazon storefront, any of these items, if you want to do a little perusey. Oh, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Katie. I'm a freelance video editor. If you didn't catch that by now, I'm sorry. Burying the lead, I guess. So yeah, I'm a freelance video editor. I work mostly on commercials, short form content, a lot of stuff for social media. And on this channel, I talk about all things behind the scenes of the creative industry. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment, say hi. So yeah, if you have any questions for me, let me know. But if not, I will see you in next week's video. Thanks. Bye.